we have released our Batch Analytics BI application for capacity management. Falls in the capacity management discipline or event management, kind of both, depending on the scenario. We're going to be looking at it from an event management perspective today. And this is for BMC Control-M, which is either number 1 or number 2 in the market with CA's AutoSys. A lot of times people think batch, batch, 1983 called and they want their software back. But the reality is batch runs all the most critical jobs, and there are even newer technologies that leverage batch pretty heavily, such as Hadoop. So today we're going to look at batch analytics and how it works in Northcraft with our BI applications. So we'll start with, as we always do, the 1, 2, 3 approach. Number 1 at the top being the aggregate level view, and we will then of course have the most granular view at level 3. So we're going to start with something very simple. We're going to go with runs total. Okay, total number of batch runs, and we're going to display that as a card. Okay, so this is again across all time, no date filters, no filters of any kind at this point. 3 million runs total, and we want to look at the run time as well of each job, kind of get a baseline of how long these jobs typically run, and of course that's entirely dependent on the technology. So we'll look at average run time in minutes. Okay. And if you've ever seen some of these reporting solutions that are built in to the batch management tools, I think you'll understand the need having something like this. Okay, and we're going to look at the percentage of runs completed successfully. And there we are. And let's make that our card here. Okay, so we've got our 3 stats at the top. Next, we're going to do let's do a time series analysis. We'll look at total runs and then the percentage completed successfully. Okay, as our time series. Okay, so let's drop that on here and bring in our runs total. And to look at that by month. Okay, so month. There we are. Okay, just going to adjust the size a little bit. And then we're going to bring in percentage of runs successfully. As the line, so you can just drag that right over here as a line value. There we are. Okay. And then for the decomposition this time in our tree map, we're going to look at the number of reruns. Okay. We're going to look at the number of reruns and kind of sort that way. So let's look at runs total. And then always make sure you're clicked on the widget. There we go. Okay, let's look at rerun. Okay, there we go. So now what we can see is those jobs that have run once, and that's the majority, up to 23, and I'm sure you'd expect to see more failures there. So we'll look at that in just a second. Then for the detail view, we're just going to simply look at job name. Okay, so let me get our table view. Click on a white space in our worksheet here. Okay. And we're almost there. And okay, yeah, so we're just going to look at job name and then the final status, which you'll see in just a second here. There we go. There's our job name, and it's called ended status in Control-M. So we'll get that. There we are. Okay, so as you know, all of these widgets are interconnected. So if we wanted our date filter, for example, we'll just look at December's jobs, our runs total, the average run time, percentage of runs completed successfully. And now we're going to look at those ones that have rerun multiple times. So it's rerun 46 times, and that might be an indicator that it's, we're struggling with successful completion. So pretty straightforward. I think the nice thing here is the amount of data, of course, that you can look at, and the slicing and dicing, the pre-built measures, key performance indicators. For all of our BI applications combined, we're now over some 3,000 measures and key performance indicators. So we thank you for your time today. Let us know if you have any questions for the website by contacting us. And we'll talk to you shortly.